Hey, hi YouTube, how are you all doing? Welcome to my channel. So in this channel, I'll be solving lead code problem every single day. I'll be mainly focusing on the daily challenge problems. If you saw lead code, right, you would already know what a daily challenge problem is. So lead code would pick up a random problem every single day and posts it on a daily challenge based list. So which will, by which you can maintain a streak in lead code and you'll maintain the consistency. Without wasting any time, let's get started. So today's daily challenge problem is merge in between linked list. So what this problem statement says? So this problem statement says that given that two linked lists, that is list one and list two, of size different n and m, so you need to remove from list one some nodes starting from eighth index till bth index, and you need to point just before the node just before eighth index to the start of second index. I mean, to the start of second list, and the end of the second list will be pointed to next node of bth index. So what it really says is, let's say in this given example, you have a list one with 10, 1, 13, 6, 9, 5 element, and you have a list two with some number, what is this, 10 lakh, 10 lakh 1, 10 lakh 2, or whatever it might be, right? So both are of different sizes. So given list one of length minimum three nodes in it, so what you need to do is you will consider in this example you have starting from index A till index 4. You're going to remove those elements from list 1. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, starting from 6 and 4 to 9. So you're going to remove this element, and in between these elements, you need to add list 2. So I hope the problem is clear. So let's just come into the solution, right? So this is a simple problem, I would say. Instead of medium, I would say this would be easy medium-ish problem, I guess. Yeah. So we just need three pointers here mainly. First pointer will be pointing to our 13, which is one node just before eighth index, and second pointer will be pointing to 5, which is next node of bth index, and the third pointer will be pointing to end of list 2. So I'll tell you why we need all these pointers, right? So I think it's pretty straightforward. This pointer one we'll be needing because we'll have to point this to the start of this list two index. By the way, we don't need to point this because we already have this pointer, which is list two. This will be head of the list two. And yeah, the second pointer will be this 5. We need this because we need to point pointer 3, which will come next to this pointer, right? And pointer 3, like I said, is nothing but points to the end of the list 2. So this end of the list 2 will be pointing to the end of list 1. That is, I mean, typically not end of list 1, but it will be the next pointer of B. Okay. So yeah, if it's confusing you, don't get confused. This is not end of the list one. It's just pointer two. Anyway, let's start coding, right? Um, Let me show you. Okay, so like I said, let's consider three pointers. List node pointer one. I'll rather list one start, and list two, list one end. Right. List one start. Let's say initially list one start will be, of course, the head of the list one, which is list one. And list one actually doesn't matter now. Let me not take this variable now. So now what we'll do is we will traverse from list one head till just before the index of this. So let's come up with a logic. Let's say initially index A will be equal to what in this case 3. So what we do is while A is greater than or equal to 0, we will just say list one start equal to list one start dot next. So what this will, and obviously we need to decrease this pointer. So what this will do is, initially at 0, our list 1 will be pointing to 10, and then A will become 2, right? So A will become 2, A will become 2, and our list 1 will be at, so when A becomes 2, list 1 will go to 1, right? Will go to 1. Now in the second iteration, 2 is greater than 0, yes. So next A will become 1 and list 1 will become 13, 13, right? Now we should end it. We should end here itself. So let's see. Now A is greater than or equal to 2. Yes, it is greater than or equal to 2. But since we have to end it here, we should give A is greater than 1. So if we give A is greater than 1, then it's definitely going to end here because we already have the answer 13, that is pointer A. So yeah, this is how we can store the list 1. Okay, now that we have list 1, we need the next pointer of list 2. Next, sorry, my bad. Next pointer of B. So how do we do that? So let's just calculate the distance between. I mean, how many nodes are present in between, right? So for that, what we can do is um, total. I'll take a pointer called total nodes. I mean, I'll take an integer called total nodes, and I'll calculate distance between them. That is b minus a plus 1. So why I'm doing this is, so b in this case is 4 and a is 3. So 4 minus 3 is 1 and plus 1 will give us the total nodes that needs to be removed. So in this case, this will be a 2, right? Because 4 minus 3 is 1 plus 1 is 2. So we are removing 2 nodes. So now in the second iteration, what I'm going to do is, starting from here till 2, I'm going to do that pointer equal to pointer dot next. Okay, that is list node list 1 end equal to, let me take list 1 start dot next, because list 1 is pointing to 13 and I should start from 6, right? So that is list 1 start dot next. Okay. Now what I'll do is, while total nodes is greater than 0, list 1 end equal to list 1 end dot next, and I'm gonna say total nodes minus minus. So what we are doing is, so initially total nodes will be 2, like I said. Okay, total nodes is 2, and list 1 and will be pointing to 6, right? Now next, in the next iteration, total node will become, I'll just edit it here itself. So this will become 1 and this will become 9, right? So this is the second iteration. Again, 1 is greater than 0, correct? So this will become 0 and this will become 5. Okay. Now we already have the answer. I mean, we already have the second pointer. And now this, since it is 0 and 0 is not greater than 0, so this will end here. Okay. Now we have 2 pointers. One pointer is pointing just before A and one pointer is pointing right after B. Now the last thing all we need to do is we need to find the pointer which is end of list 2. So let me say list node list 2 end equal to list 2. Initially it'll pointing to list 2 itself. Now let's traverse. That is while list 2 and in dot next is not equal to null, list 2 and oh my bad, equal to list 2 and dot next. Oh God. Now with this we also have list 2 end, which will be pointing to end of list 2. So now all we need to do is list 1 start dot next equal to list 2 and list 2 and dot next equal to list 1 dot list 1 and that's all. Yeah, list 1 end. So what I'm doing here is list 1 start, that is 13 dot next is list 2. 13 dot next is 10 lakh. Now list 2 dot end dot next list 2 end is 10 lakh 2 dot next will be list 1. So it'll go to list 1, that is 5. List 1 end, my bad. Yeah, list 1 end, which will point to 5. Now we definitely have the result in list 2, list 1. So I'm gonna return the list 1 directly. So yeah, I think that is it. Okay. So let me run this code to make sure everything is proper and then let's submit it. Yeah, so everything seems to be running fine. Let's submit it and check. Okay, we got a pretty efficient solution with pretty efficient memory as well. So yeah, now let's calculate the time complexity of this, right? Uh, I think time complexity is pretty straightforward. What we are doing is we are traversing list 1 entirely. In the worst case, if the B is in the end of the linked list 1, then definitely we are traversing till the end. And we are definitely traversing list 1 till the end as well, since we need the last pointer of list 2. So I would say time complexity of this method would be big O of n plus m, because n is list 1 and m is list 2. And space complexity is definitely constant because we aren't using any extra space apart from these nodes, right? These are just constant space 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, that's it. If you have learned something in this video, please give a like and don't forget to subscribe for more such problems every day. Thank you.